Welcome to Hakodate.
This is a major port city in the island of Hokkaido, which is the northernmost of the 4 main islands of Japan.
We're here for the next 24 hours to discover the best things to do in Hakodate, including what to see and where to eat.
The easiest way to get around the city is by taking the tram, as most of the major tourist attractions are pretty spaced out. Start your day by tasting some local delights at the most popular morning market, which is just a few minutes walk away from the main train station. The market's main focus is on fresh seafood, and because of its opening times, i.e. in the morning until early afternoon, it makes a great spot for picking up breakfast or lunch. After you've had your fill of local goodies, head to Hakodate's most iconic site, the Western-style Citadel Fort Goryōkaku. The fortress has a fascinating history. Completed in 1866, just 2 years before the collapse of the Tokugawa shogunate, it was originally built as a defense against the imperialist threat posed by Western powers. Its unique 5-pointed star shape allowed for several more gun placements than are typically found on traditional Japanese fortresses. For the best view of Hakodate, I recommend paying to go up the tower. There's even this section where, if you dare to, you can walk on glass which is suspended above the street below. However, the best view remains that of the fort. We then headed to this delightful little cafe just off the park, where they serve up hot buns and hot drinks. Today, since the fortress has lost its military purpose, its grounds have been transformed into a public park, and it has also been declared as a special heritage site. Much of the park itself is completely free to visit and is especially popular in springtime, with over 1,000 cherry trees planted along the moat of the park. Unfortunately, as you can see, it was too early in the season to see any of the trees in bloom. You can then hop on the tram to head back to the port area, which is characterised by its red brick buildings. The port opened its gates to the world in 1859 as one of Japan's first international trade ports, and in turn, the city has absorbed plenty of other cultures. Within the port area is a former warehouse which has been redeveloped and repurposed as a commercial complex. Here you can shop for cute souvenirs and clothes, sightsee the boats at the port, or grab a beer. There's even a chapel inside the complex where you can get married. The varied tip bird is represented on this post and is a symbol of Hakodate.
And afterwards, we're going all the way up to the top of that ropeway because it's home to one of Japan's $10 million night views, which means it's one of the most scenic night views in the country.
Hakodate actually has a few different kinds of drain covers. This one in particular is of a squid. However, this historic building is definitely the most popular drain cover that we've seen around. The harbour here at Hakodate was one of the first to be open to foreigners after Japan's period of isolation in 1853. Motomachi, which is on the base of the mountain which presides over the city, is the district we're in now and is where a lot of foreigners chose to reside in this period. Therefore, you'll see a lot of Western-style homes. This is the former Hokkaido government office. It was first built in 1909 but underwent extensive renovations in 1982, which is when the park itself was opened. This is Motomachi Park, and one of the best things about visiting here is that you have amazing views over the harbour below. We're currently visiting around the middle of April, and while lower down parts of Japan have their cherry blossoms, here the highest hills still are snow covered. Directly behind me is the old public hall of Hakodate. It was completed in 1910 after a devastating fire destroyed the previous one on site in 1907. Imperial visitors used to stay here, and the hall is still in use for various concerts to this day. All in all, this is a fantastic example of Japanese architecture meets Western architecture. Many people say that this shrine, which was originally dedicated to Kanen, the goddess of mercy, dates all the way back to 1135, making it the oldest one in Hokkaido. However, that's not actually been confirmed. Motomachi is also home to a number of different churches, including a Russian Orthodox church and a Roman Catholic church that's said to be the oldest church in Japan. I have to say it was quite steep to get up here, but once you're at the top, the views are amazing. The history of the Russian Orthodox Church dates back to 1860 when a small chapel was constructed on site. It's directly opposite the Roman Catholic Church. There's a third church in the area, and this one is a Protestant church dedicated to St. John. Now that it's approaching sunset, it's time to go and see the attraction that Hakodate is most known for, the Hakodate Ropeway. This is one of the $10 million views here in Japan, so let's go and check it out. A round trip to the top isn't too pricey, and the journey across the sky takes just 3 minutes. Once at the top, visitors are rewarded with stunning panoramic views. Be sure to check out sunset times before heading up or planning your day, as it's said that the best time to visit is 30 minutes after sunset when the city lights are aglow. I really enjoyed watching it turn from day to night at this time. For dinner, the best place to go is Daimon Yokocho. This tiny alley is filled with all kinds of hole-in-the-wall eateries, all serving traditional, mouth-watering Japanese cuisine. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time. Bye!